Alrighty, so let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to make about 2/3 of the way down your paper, which means you're coming down about 1/3 of the way and up 2/3 of the way. We're just going to make a small, slightly curved line like this. Now attached to this line, we're going to put some ears. So we have a curved line coming out this way and a curved line coming out this way. So this is the top of the head of our kitty cat, and these are the ears. Let's come down with a curved line attached to that initial curved line and come down with this curved line like this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice round head for our cat. So we're just going to come around like this, attaching our ears. That's going to be our cat's face. We'll come back to that in a minute to apply some details to it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make just a very simple body. It's going to be over here and it's going to be smaller than the head. We want our focus to be more on the head. So our body is going to be pretty small. Let me move this out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here a little bit down from the ear. We'll come over and we're just going to come around and create a little bit of a swirl like this. All right, so this is going to be the body of our cat. Now we're going to have some little paws here. These are just going to be small ovals. And then we're going to attach right here. All right, so these are the little paws. If you want to put some little lines in here, that would be a good idea as well. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put some details inside this cat's face. So we're going to make a little bit of a curved line coming down like this. So we start at the end, we curve it, and then we curve it back. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. These are going to be closed eyes. I think I might make this one just a little bit longer. Now let's make a little nose, which is kind of a triangle shape, and then a straight line coming down. So you can tell this little kitty is sleeping, can't you? Let's make a couple of whiskers coming out the side of our cat's face. And my whiskers are pretty long. Now, our kitty cat is going to be sleeping on a little rug, so I'm going to make the rug now. I'm just going to make a line coming out from the cheek of my kitty cat, coming down to his tail area. And now I'm going to add a little bit of detail to my rug. So I'm just going to make some little curved lines coming all the way around. I'm going slowly and carefully, so I'm doing my best work. If some of my little curved lines are larger than others, it's okay. You can have other shapes on here as well if you'd like. If you want to put triangles, or if you want to put different swirling lines on here, you can do that as well. It's up to you. If you'd like to decorate this carpet more, go ahead and do that. All right, now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this be on the floor. So I'm going to maybe put a line here and a line here. And then I'm going to jump over my cat, put a line here and a line here. So it's almost like he's on the floor. And then I'm going to create a floor down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to start making diagonal lines like this coming out from the carpet. So it'll look like the little rug that he's sitting on is on the floor. See that? All right, now I know that my cat is going to be sleeping and dreaming about really wonderful things, so I'm going to put some hearts here, right above his body. I'm going to put 3 hearts. If you'd like to add more hearts, you can do that as well, but you don't have to put any hearts at all if you don't want to. If you want to decorate the background with something else, go ahead and do that. You can decorate it with different lines or different shapes. All right, so that's the drawing portion. What we're going to do now is we are going to start painting. So what I'd like you to do is think about the colors that you'd like to paint your cat. They don't have to be realistic. They can be any colors that you like. They can be green, they can be orange, they can be brown, they can be black, anything that you'd like. All right? Before we start painting, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare our paint for our painting session. So we're going to put a drop of water inside each of the pans of paint, so it kind of dissolves the paint a little bit and gets it ready for us to use. So I always take a moment to do that because it really helps get the paints ready for us. Here we go. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my little cat a combination of yellow and orange. So I'm going to have stripes on my cat of yellow and orange. And I'm going to start at the top where my ears are, and I'm going to start with orange. So I like this color orange. So I'll put a little bit of orange at the top on each of my ears. And then I'll move down a little bit because I want to leave a little bit of a space for the yellow right here. Put another stripe here. And the way that I'm holding my paintbrush, I'm not holding it straight up and down like I usually suggest to do. I'm holding it more at an angle on the side, like this. Going right over the eyes, but I don't want to go into the nose. All right, now for his body, I'm going to do the same thing, but my lines are going to go in a different way. I want my paint to be pretty wet because I want my yellow to kind of run into the orange a little bit when I apply the yellow. I'll show you what I mean when I get to that point. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the yellow. I'll start at the top here. And as you can see, my yellow is going into my orange. It's kind of blending a little bit. That's the look that I like. That's the cool thing about watercolor paint. It spreads around. You don't quite really even know what it's going to do. It's a little bit unpredictable, a little bit out of control. Got a little bit of yellow onto the nose, so I'm going to use my handy dandy paper towel to get it off of there. Do you see what I did? I just touched the nose with my paper towel. It's okay if I get a little bit of orange running through my yellow. That is actually the look that I want. All right, now I'm going to let that dry for just a little bit before I put my color into my nose. I'm going to make a little bit of a pink nose. Now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to make sure that I choose a really good color for my carpet. I think I'm going to choose a green. Maybe this color green for my carpet. And remember, if I go into my cat with my green, then the colors might start spreading around. So you might like that look or you might not want that look. It's up to you. Alrighty friends, at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up this video a little bit, and you can either watch me or you can get started on your own paint. And basically I'm going to finish this carpet. Do you see how that's spreading down a little bit? So I'm just going to take my handy dandy paper towel and touch it like this, soak up some of that, and then I'll apply a little bit more paint on there. See that? So what I was saying before is I am going to speed up this video and I'm going to be painting the carpet. I'm going to be painting the floor brown In the background, I'm not sure what color yet. So once I get to that point, I will make a decision. Alrighty friends, I'll see you back here in just a minute. Alrighty friends, I'm back and I think my cute little tabby cat looks really adorable sleeping there so soundly. I kept this part white right here because sometimes in a house there are things called baseboards and it's just the area between the floor and the wall, and a lot of times they're white, so I wanted to keep that white. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll see you next time.